Well, today we're putting in solar street lights. I'll give you a little picture on what it looks like when they were done. And he put this whole thing together, and it's kind of backwards. This is the part where it goes up on top, and then we do the part where we do the pole and we do the concrete to hold the pole. And then he's going to go through all the electronics, everything he did to adding the extra battery and everything. So here we go. Okay, you got to unhook it before you put it all up, right?
Yep, you got to put it up in two pieces.
Okay, now we're putting the wire from the one inside the pole into the other. Now, this part came from Walmart. Might have been in the $60, $70 range. Up there, that came from Amazon, and the battery from Amazon and everything else.
Yeah.
Which you'll see that at the end of the video. Now he's wiring it back together.
And you want to wire it so that your wire's hanging down so no water will get inside here. You know, let it all drip off right here.
Yeah, he puts a carpet over the top to see if it's going to work.
You know what, I don't...
Look at that, it's working.
Is it really?
Yep, there you go.
Oh, look at that. That's
the controller, and then that controls it. Turn it on up there.
Let's see if the new one works.
No.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. All right, you press that, then you
let's go to 25%.
25%. Okay.
50.
50.
75.
75.
100.
100. Now you're setting it to the sun. Put the solar panel towards the sun. Sun's over there, Doug.
Yeah, I know, but that's east and west. I'm just going to put it right here. And...
So you're making a stand for
that
thing.
That thing right there.
And how's that going to go on?
Oh, let me just show you.
Yeah. That's where that's going to go. Just like that.
Just like that.
Perfect.
And it gets bolted on.
Yep, okay, yep.
All right. That is going to mount on top of here. This is the part that holds the light. And I've got to try to get it right here.
Weld it. That's it. That's how that goes together.
Yep. Wherever you want.
Right. Okay, we're sliding these sleeves onto the pole. This has to go in for a little form. Let's see how we're doing. That's about it. We're down 4 feet. I know this is 4 feet.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's good enough.
Good enough. You guys gotta go that way. Oh, okay. You wanna go this way? Yeah, let's go this way because that hole. Okay.
I should come to an end.
All right, we put it all in and tamped it around it, and we're done. And that's the solar part of it. And first he's got to get into here and take these off.
I got to take all 4 of these out and then flip it over and take these 6 screws out.
Okay.
Ta-da.
That's that. And then we unscrew this. Now this would all stand up by itself, right? But we're going to add an extra.
Yeah, this is a standalone. It's supposed to work. Oh, it's supposed to work for last all night. Well, we know it lasts only 6 hours.
6 hours, yeah.
That's why
we're boosting the power up.
That's why we're tripling the power.
Yep.
Now, take out these here snippers. There we go. Get rid of that.
That's the
this
battery
is-
that's supposed to be powering it.
This is double-sided taped down.
Okay.
Now, we drill a hole for our wire while the battery's out of the way.
Yep.
When you do this, you got to make sure the battery don't. You want this. You got to be a little bit up towards the top, but you really want to be about a quarter inch from the top where you put the hole.
Okay.
Right about there. That's for the wire that's going to come through here, and it's got enough room up here for the pipe. The pipe that slides in will butt up against this, and
Okay.
it won't pinch the wire. Now you got a second. You've got a second hole to do right here. Watch your fingers.
Okay, right there.
That hole is for you to put your rope through that hoists this up in the air.
Okay.
This is 2 foot right here. And
2 foot.
you got,
That's how much wire you
you
need.
got 4 foot of wire.
And that's just regular household wire?
No, this is, what is it? Low voltage landscaping wire.
Okay.
It's
That's
just-
what he's using.
Just cheap wire. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this wire with a red for positive, being how they're both black.
Yep.
And, okay, I'm going to light up this highfalutin torch.
And you put the red on here so you know which side is red.
Which side is
right,
positive?
and which side is negative, so you don't make any mistakes, right?
No mistakes, except for burning ourselves.
Yeah,
there
that's
we go.
a shrink wrap thing, huh?
Yep. Heat this
Okay.
up and away we go. These 2 wires are what we're going to splice into. The one's coming directly from the battery.
Right.
We're also going to take our little knife and we're going to cut into this plastic because we need to get the wires all the way to here. So there. We done that. Now we're going to splice into this wire right about halfway. That's the 4th hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's that one. And we're going to go about an inch away, and we're going to do it again. Maybe not an inch away. Oh yes, right about an inch, 3/4 of an inch. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Watch it and make sure you slice your fingers when you do this.
Oh yeah.
You gotta cut your fingers open
Cut your fingers open.
just to get it out of the way.
Right. Okay.
Okay, now you got this. Now we're gonna take and double this over. Double that over and put it like that. Now I'm gonna go get my connector.
Now we're feeding.
Yeah, let's see. I guess I can just go like this. Gotta put this through the hole. Is this the right wire? It has to be. Yeah. Yeah, it is. All right. I thought, how could I screw up? I did cut it long enough. Yes, I did. That's 4 foot. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's the one you got marked red.
Yeah, and red is going to go right on that one, right over there.
Clean that thing.
This thing here, when you heat it up, it'll melt the lead in here and heat it and weld your wires together, and then it shrinks down. It's like heat shrink tubing and a connector all in one. So it's awfully convenient. All right, now we got to wiggle this thing in. Put it in through the little one. You got to wiggle it in. All right, we're past the shrink portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Right
we're
into the
now we're
saddle.
right in.
Yep.
That's where we want to be. Now we'll give ourselves some slack here. Now you got to keep this from getting pushed through. So hold it, pinch it real hard right there. Try to hit the hole. I'll jam that in through there. Oops, that didn't work. Jam it in there real good. It's through.
It's touching everything, huh?
It's all the way through that lead. And now, light this thing up. I gotta double check to make sure that I'm through. Gotta make sure I didn't push that other end through. Nope, there it is right there. It's poking through right where it ought to be. Everybody's living where they ought to. So I hope that thing focuses good.
Okay.
'Cause I don't even focus that good.
That's it, huh?
Yep, that's it. Got to make sure you didn't burn through.
Okay, now he's doing the negative part at it, and those two will be done.
Where are we at? I gotta suck this through
Okay, you gotta.
and give myself a little slack inside. You don't want anything to be a banjo string.
Right.
But you don't have room for a lot of slop. There we go. I got it pushed down.
Mm-hmm.
And all the wires look good.
Then just put it back.
Now put your screws in. Got it buttoned up. Now I'm going to flip it over. Well, I'm going to turn this on, see, make sure it works. And this hole that we put in here,
Yep.
we're gonna take some silicone and caulk that all up
And you're
to
done.
keep the monsoon out of it.
Okay.
Okay, I made up a wire. It's about 3 foot long. This is for the battery. To hooks onto the battery into the charge controller.
That's the engine bay.
And I put a red heat shrink on the positive sides. Okay, we're not hooked up to the battery. What we're going to do is we're going to take these two ends, positive and negative, because this is the first thing you've got to do, is hook the battery up to this controller before you do anything else with any other connections. Okay, when you hook this wire up to the controller, this is also going to be the same junction that you put in the wire this is a voltage regulator that chops this voltage down to 3.3 volts. That ties into that light that we just wired. That wire that's coming out the back of the light, that is going to hook up. That's going to hook up to these two leads. The yellow one is positive. That way that light has at least 3 times more battery storage than what it came with from the factory. Okay, positive into positive, negative into negative. If you can hit the hole, there it is. And now jam the,
It shows right here, that's the battery,
yep,
that's the solar panel.
and that's a load. We don't even use the
We
load.
don't use the load.
You got a hold of that, Mike?
Yep.
Okay, you might as well keep on filming because what we're going to do now is we're going to take the ends off that battery and we're going to hook this on, and this, in theory, this controller is going to come to life. Ta-da! Okay, it's came to life. Now you've got to make it, you've got to set this thing up for a lithium battery, or whatever battery you have. You just hit your select, and that says battery. We'll go through it. And it says PV up here, that's how much voltage is coming from the solar. And obviously it's not hooked up, so it's having none. And this is how many. Let me see. Okay, this is back to battery. When you get the battery, hold the button, hold the select. No, I think it's the select button or the enter. Okay, I'm wrong. Go back over here. I'm on battery. Hit enter and hold it down for about 3 seconds. Now it's. You're going to run through, that was gel, that's lithium, that's flooded, and that's, I don't know what that means, but we're going to go back to lithium. And then we're going to hit enter. And then it's going to say, is it 12 volt or well, let me just go back here. We'll hit enter. Now I'm going to select, it can be 24 volt or 12 volt. I'm going to select 12 volt, and then I'm going to hit enter. And now the charging voltage is up. It wants to know if we want 14.2 or whatever we want. We're going to bump this up, and we're going to put it at 14.4. And when I get it to 14.4, I'm going to hit enter. And that is going to be the completion of the setup. Now I'm going to enter, and now we're back. This is set up for a lithium battery now. I'm going to put the battery into this box, and it's a tight fit. Gonna let that just fall out the side. It ain't gonna hurt anything. Okay, now is the tricky part, which ain't really that tricky. This battery just fits. You got to thread this in here. Now, you're going to get to these. When you get to the terminal ends, you've got to pry up with a screwdriver or something. To get them through. Once you get this through here, it'll pop in. And once those gets to this raised part, there, it's
There it
in.
is. He did this with a shrink gun. Okay.
And now we're good to go. We take these two wires and we hook them into the light that we just wired.
So these two,
The yellow wire coming out of that regulator is positive. It goes to the red wire.
right, and the
the
black,
black
one
goes to here.
there.
And then that makes this battery tied into this battery.
Okay. Okay, you
Okay,
ahead.
here we're live. Okay,
Yeah.
what I did is I got a solar panel that I just hooked up to here, positive to positive, negative to negative, because these batteries and lithium batteries only come half charged. So it takes a while to charge, and you charge up lithium batteries higher than you do a flooded battery. Charge these up to about 14.5 volts. This is set for 14.4. But anyhow, right now we've got 13.3 in the battery. And let me just run around here. Okay, and we got 1.2, little over about 2.5 amps going into that battery now from the solar collector in the window. And the voltage coming from the solar collector is going to be rolling around here in a second. Well, it just turned dim. A lot of times that's showing 14 now, but if it was bright out, it would be up to 19 or 20 volts. So this thing's acting like it's supposed to. And the sun's charging up the battery. And that's it. We just let it go.